privilege to do theater here at Hillcrest Elementary. I've been working with the 3rd grade class, and we are very excited to do Readers Theater for you today. So we will begin our show shortly, and you'll need to do a lot of listening skills. This will be just like back in old times when we didn't have televisions. We heard everything like it was coming through a radio. And today they're going to tell you a story in that same style. So are you ready to hear the story? Yes! It's all about numbers. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Lee's 3rd grade class presents In Search of Numbers.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to our Readers Theater play titled, In Search of Numbers. It's a story about the history of numbers, and we are counting on you to sit back and be our audience for the show. Ha ha ha. Just a little math humor, friends.
Numbers are fascinating and we use them. Our story will tell you about cultures around the world and how they use numbers.
Our story is told Readers Theater style,
Which means sit back, relax, and use your imagination to hear what we have to say.
and now
on to the show.
Hello, and welcome to WBEC's TV series. You're right there. Today we'll be looking at the history of numbers, where they came from, and how we learn to use them. Let's go to our scene reporter. Where are you? I'm not sure. Far back in time, I think. All I see around here are goats. Wait, here come some voters. Hello there, I'm investigating numbers. What kind of numbers do you use? Numbers? Oh, we have very modern numbers. We have the number 1 and the number more than 1. That's not a lot of numbers. It's fun for us. We don't have a lot of numbers. But how do you count the ones you have? I have 1 goat. See how easy it is? I have 1 and 1. So that's more than 1 goat. No, I have 1 and 1 and 1. That's more than 1 goat. Wait, I have 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. I have more than 1 goat. This is silly. You all have more than 1. You just need some new numbers. You have 1 and 1, right? We call that 2 goats. Look, I have 2 goats. And you have 1 and 1 and 1, right? That's 3 goats. 1 and 1 and 1 make 3. How cool is that? And I have 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. How many goats do I have? You have 4 goats. Now how many
is based on the number 60. We make a little notch for number 1 and a dot for 10. Here comes the good part. When we get to 60, we use a big notch. Then we have more and more notches and dots. We can make any number we want.
So your number system is really just made up of notches and dots?
We have a very advanced number system. It's a lot better than making marks on sticks or scratching lines on dirt.
Excuse me, but we Egyptians have a much better number system than they do.
What are they doing here? This is Sumeria.
This kind of stuff happens all the time on TV.
As my friend was saying, in Egypt, our number system is based on the number 10.
Not based on 60 like the Sumerians' number system.
After all, we have 10 fingers, not 60.
How does it work?
We have a line for
1,
An arch for 10, a line for 1,000, and a frog for 100,000.
you have a frog for a number? We like frogs in Egypt.
Just because you like something doesn't mean you have to make a number out of it.
Our number system is much more advanced than yours.
10 is better than 60. Is not.
Things are getting out of hand here. Let's jump right ahead to Rome.
Okay, sorry about that. Here we are in Rome about 2,000 years ago. They've developed a number system using letters. Let's ask one of these Roman mathematicians to explain it.
I'm on TV.
Yes, you are.
Cool. So here's how our new number system works. For the number 1, we use the letter I.
Then for 5, we use a V. For 10, we use an X.
Then L for 50, C for 100, D for 500, and M for 1,000.
This way we can make as big as a number as we want.
We're Romans. We never use notches or frogs or anything like that for our numbers.
Okay, how would I write a big number like 3,273? 3 N's for 3,000.
2 C's for 200.
An L for 50.
2 X's for 20 more. That's 70.
And 3 I's make it 73.
So the whole number is M, 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 C, C, L, X, X, I, I.
Is that the best number system you've ever seen, or what? How do you add or multiply numbers with all those different letters in them? Oh, it takes a really long time.
And we make lots of mistakes.
But we're working on it. Good. Keep doing that. Meanwhile, we're moving on. We're just about ready to develop our modern number system.
Thank you. Here we're back in Iraq.
We're in Baghdad about 1,200 years ago. We're here to interview Muhammad ibn Susa, better known as Al-Khawarizmi. Mr. Al-Khawarizmi tells us about the new number system of numbers you invented.
Oh, we didn't invent it. It took many people and many centuries to develop.
It started with the Hindus of India almost 1,000 years ago.
They invented a system with symbols for each number 1 to 9.
Once you reach 9, you move over one place. We say the number 10. But we write it with a 1 and a 0. That way we can use the same numbers, same symbols over and over again. Their value depends on which place they have in the number.
The Hindus also invented the number 0. It fills in a place when you have no number to put there.
We couldn't tell the difference between 1 and 1,000,000 without zeros.
That was very exciting.
numbers so anyone in the world can learn them.
We call it the Arabic number system.
Didn't the Greeks also contribute to it?
Oh, of course, it takes many minds to come up with a new idea. The Greeks came up with the word arithmetic.
Arithmos is a word for number, and technique means an art or skill.
Arithmetic takes a lot of skill. Any math student can tell you that.
What we of the Hindus and many Greeks and many others have done will now let people use numbers to solve problems.
I'm working on a new idea. It's called algebra. It's a way of using letters to stand for things we don't know. This will help us solve more difficult problems.
That's what we call algebra.
You see, algorithmy, they will remember what we've done. Goodbye.
Thank you both very much. We have only one more stop to make in our search for numbers.
Yes, here we are at the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia.
It's 1946, and we're here to see the world's first digital computer.
It's called the ENIAC. That stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator. And computer. It's so big it fills an entire huge room.
We're here with 4 computer scientists. We've been learning about number systems and what they have to do with the first computers. Computers use a very old system called binary numbers. It has just 2 numbers, a 1 and a 0. The Hindus and Al-Khwarizmi used it.
The ancient Chinese used it. They called it yin and yang.
Every number can be made up of 1 and 0. We don't use ones, tens, and hundreds places. Binary numbers have places called 1s, 2s, 4s, 16s, and so on.
Every number place is twice as big as the one before it.
Exactly. So our number 23 is written 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 16, no 8s, 1, 4, 1, 2, and 1, 1.
16 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 23, see?
But all those 1s and 0s must give you really long numbers. Yes, but computers love them. You see, computers run on electricity. And there are only 2 things you can do with electricity. Turn it on or turn it off.
So that's why we tell a computer to do something.
We have lots of little circuits throughout the computer. We turn the electricity on and off to these circuits as fast as we want. 1 is on and 0 is off. When you talk to a computer in 1s and 0s, it will do anything you ask it to do. Well, we're at the end of our journey. We've gone from pebbles to not just frogs to 1s and 0s. From Sumeria to Egypt to Greece to Baghdad to Philadelphia.
So until next time, this is the You're Right There News team saying goodbye.
And learn those numbers. The end.
Aren't they great? Let's give another round of applause. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do.
These are the flowers to thank MaryBeth for being our director.
We have about 5 minutes right now before you leave, and so we're going to do something a little different than we did with the rest of the classes. We are going to do an actor talk back, and this is your chance, kids and adults. If you have any questions for our actors, they're going to sit down here, and they know that depending on your question, I'm going to come back and ask any one of them to answer it. So go ahead and sit down, you guys. And if somebody can let me know when it's 3:30, because I know that's when you need to leave. And I can't see the clock from here. All right, let's see. In the pink, can you stand up and talk really loud? Can you tell me your question? How did they read the long words? Who'd like to answer that? Let's see. About right here. Stand up. Do your voice.
We practiced a lot, and we practiced for 4 weeks.
Thank you. Good job. Another question. Let's see, right here in the front row in the pink. That's a good question. Did I write the things on the board or did they help me? Actually, I used to be a preschool teacher, so I wrote those in my house with my big markers, and I decided to put just a little bit on each page to represent each of the scenes. So I tried to draw. Did I do okay? Thank you. Let's see. How about the guy right there in the green stripes? The M by the 100, that would be the Roman numbers. Yes, isn't that amazing to think that people used to write using all kinds of letters strung together? Okay. Question over there for one of our actors. You in the orange. You. Who made the story? Who would like to answer that?
The writer of the story is Alan Kramer, and the illustrator is Jackie Urbanovic.
Thank you. Good questions. We have time for a few more. All right, let's see. In the purple right here, you.
How did you know what time to say the right words?
That's a very good question. How did we know what time to say the right words?
We practiced when we have this script that tells us what to say when we have to say it. So we go up when it's our part to say, and then we come back when it isn't our part to say.
Great. Let's see. How about way in the back? I'm not sure what's on your shirt. Yep, you. Thank you. Really loud voice so I can hear you. Why did I put the pictures up there? Just to help tell the story. For a long time, we never used to have television, and so the only way we could hear a story was oftentimes on the radio or if people told the story in person. But it's been a long time since a lot of you have probably not heard radio stories or readers' theater, so I thought having that up there would help you to understand the story. Okay, let's see. Sparkly, okay on time?
1 or 2 minutes, yeah.
2 minutes, all right. The sparkly shirt, yes. How did I know what? I took them out of the script. Can somebody bring up a script? Let's see. Great, come on up. Great. I didn't come up with them on my own. In the story, there are several pictures in here. So I kind of tried to follow those pictures. All right, more questions for our actors. How about you, right here in the stripes? Mm-hmm. Did we do the show in any sort of order? Yes, Kira.
we did them by scenes. There's scene 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm in scene 2. So we did in order of like the numbers. Yeah.
All right, I think we have time for 2 more questions. All right, let's see. In the blue shirt there.
How did you know what all the numbers were?
How did we know what all the numbers were? How did we do that? How did we know what all the numbers were?
It told us in the story.
Told us in the story. We learned, just like you did, we learned by reading the story how all these numbers were invented over time. So we learned that as well. Okay, my last question. Let's see, you have, it looks like a pink shirt with a bunch of things on it.
How do they know when to switch the
How do they know when to speak in the microphones? Who wants to speak to that?
They
How do you know when to speak into the microphone?
we read the script, and then when we have it highlighted, we speak.
Yes, we practiced. So once we learned, well, first what happened is we were assigned our parts, and then we highlighted them, and then we practiced all together several times. All right, well, I think it is time for you to be on your way. Can we give our actors one more round of applause? Now, before you leave, we've also practiced how we exit the stage, because actors always walk with purpose. So we'd like to exit for you and then come down, and they will personally thank you all for being here. Again, thank you for being part of our show today. We're so glad you joined us. 1, 2, 3, big thank you. 1, 2, 3.